In professional sports, and particularly in football, sponsors have carved out an indelible space. These sponsors funnel investments to bolster teams, and their unmistakable presence is boldly paraded on the front of team jerseys. In some instances, a sponsor's logo seamlessly becomes part of the jersey, amplifying its impact on the business landscape. Reflect on the iconic unions, Bayern Munich and T-Mobile, AC Milan and Opel, Manchester United and Sharp, and Inter and Pirelli, which showcase the potent synergy between clubs and their sponsors. This is a structure that benefits both sides. Clubs secure the financial backing that keeps the entire operation in motion, and sponsors bask in the glow of exposure that propels their marketing aspirations to new heights. However, a distinct narrative takes center stage as Chelsea Football Club steps onto the grand theater of the 2023-24 season. The opening clash against Liverpool bore witness to Chelsea's players gracing the field adorned in kits that conspicuously lacked a front-of-shirt sponsor. Notably, among the English Premier League's Big Six, Chelsea stands alone in its sponsorship void. A deviation that beckons an immediate query: why? In this Data Fusion video, we embark on an expedition to untangle the enigma, decoding the confluence of factors that have rendered Chelsea's jersey sponsorship-free, which include a global geopolitical crisis, the calculated maneuvers of the English Premier League, and a chorus of fan sentiments. All reverberate far beyond the boundaries of Stamford Bridge. To grasp the current trajectory of Chelsea's front-of-shirt sponsorship, delving into its past affiliations is illuminating. For a decade starting from the 2009 to 2010 season, Chelsea proudly bore the insignia of Samsung, the tech behemoth hailing from South Korea. Yokohama Tire of Japan took the reins in the 2015 to 2016 season, cementing a 5-year alliance worth a staggering £200 million. Then came the most recent sponsor, 3. As the fourth-largest mobile network operator in the United Kingdom, 3 commands a significant presence. According to data cited by the Financial Times, 3 claims a substantial 14% share of the UK market, trailing just behind EE, Vodafone, and O2. In 2020, Chelsea and 3 scripted a 3-year sponsorship deal worth £40 million per year. The partnership kicked off on a high note, with 3's logo adorning Chelsea's jerseys during a period marked by triumphant achievements. Victories that saw Chelsea clinching the Champions League title and being crowned world champions. However, the partnership underwent a severe strain in 2022, spurred by the reverberations of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Roman Abramovich, the former owner of Chelsea and one of the world's richest men, was accused by the UK government of having clear connections to Vladimir Putin's regime and being among a group of businessmen who had blood on their hands. Abramovich was sanctioned with an asset freeze and a travel ban. Restrictions were also placed on Chelsea, which banned any player transfers and the sale of further tickets or merchandise to fans. This prompted 3 to disassociate themselves with the club, demanding its logo be removed from Chelsea's shirt and stadium. A 3 spokesperson said this: "In light of the government's recently announced sanctions, we have requested Chelsea Football Club temporarily suspend our sponsorship of the club, including the removal of our brand from shirts and around the stadium until further notice. We recognize that this decision will impact the many Chelsea fans who follow their team passionately. However, we feel that given the circumstances and the government's sanction that is in place, it is the right thing to do." In May 2022, Chelsea was sold to American billionaire Todd Boehly and a consortium of investors in a deal worth up to £4.25 billion. This landmark transaction brought Abramovich's 19-year reign at Stamford Bridge to an end, but also freed Chelsea from the restrictions that had once constricted its movements. 3 resumed its commercial partnership with Chelsea following the sale of the club. Its logo remained on the club's shirt. But as the 3-year contract ended in the summer of 2023, Chelsea needed a new sponsor and a new emblem to adorn the storied blue jerseys. It might appear intuitive that a football club of Chelsea's stature would effortlessly secure sponsorship deals. Yet, the reality has been anything but straightforward. as Chelsea saw a series of deals fall apart under diverse circumstances. The initial beacon of hope emerged when Chelsea entered a pact with Paramount Plus, a deal boasting an annual value of £40 million. Paramount Plus, a burgeoning streaming service hailing from the United States, bears the imprint of Paramount Global, a multimedia and entertainment colossus born from the fusion of CBS and Viacom. According to data from Just Watch, Paramount Plus currently stands as the sixth largest streaming platform in the US, commanding a 7% market share, a presence shadowed only by Amazon's Prime Video, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Hulu. The deal positioned itself as a win-win for both parties. For Chelsea, it signaled a resolution to its sponsorship and public relations predicaments, ushering in the much-needed influx of financial support. In parallel, Paramount Plus found itself fitting seamlessly into its global expansion strategy, a blueprint that was formally ignited in 2021. The 2022 launch of Paramount Plus in the United Kingdom and Ireland bore pivotal significance, serving as the inaugural steps into the European expansion. However, in this tale of alignment and ambitions, a third voice echoed with contrasting sentiments. Enter the English Premier League. The deal between Chelsea and Paramount Plus came to a sudden halt, as the Premier League blocked it due to fears that it would cause issues with current broadcast partners. First, there is NBC, the American network that exclusively holds the rights to broadcast Premier League football in the US. Positioned in direct rivalry, NBC's streaming service Peacock is a direct contender to Paramount Plus. Then there are the Premier League's array of broadcast partners within the UK. This constellation includes household names like Sky Sports, TNT Sports, Amazon Prime, and BBC Sport. The Premier League's rationale for this intervention was rooted in its deed of license, a contract that knits together the league and its 20-member clubs on matters including broadcasting and commercial dealings. The deed essentially prohibits clubs from forming partnerships with foreign streaming services that do not broadcast Premier League matches within the United Kingdom for fear of upsetting rights holders. As the Premier League's intervention cast a shadow over the prospective alliance with Paramount Plus, Chelsea found themselves standing at a familiar crossroads. Promptly regrouping, they initiated discussions with a range of potential sponsors, eager to forge a new path forward. Among the contenders, the insurance giant Allianz emerged as a notable candidate. However, despite its substantial stature, Allianz's offer of £20 million per year fell short of Chelsea's aspirations, leading to its eventual rejection. Amidst this search, a glimmer of possibility arose that brought Chelsea closer to finding their next partnership. And that is an online gambling company called Stake.com. Before we delve into the intricacies of the Stake.com deal, let's step back first and take a look at the broader picture. At the center of this panorama lies a seismic move that reshapes the Premier League's landscape of sponsorship, and that is the ban on gambling companies assuming the role of main sponsors for a team's shirt, slated to take effect from the 2026 to 2027 season onward. This prohibition reflects a multifaceted spectrum of concerns surrounding the gambling industry's role within the UK. The UK gambling industry is one of the largest markets in the world. In 2020, it generated a staggering £14.2 billion. However, the vast economic influence of the industry leads to the significant social toll stemming from gambling-related issues. According to a 2020 survey from YouGov, a global public opinion and data company, nearly 1.4 million people in the UK are estimated to be problem gamblers. In addition, an estimated 3.6 million people in the UK have been negatively impacted by another person's gambling problem, with a further 5 million people experiencing harm because of gambling addiction. As of the 2022-23 season, 8 of the current 20 Premier League teams have front-of-shirt sponsorships with gambling brands, amassing 40% of the league. Among them, Everton has Stake.com as its shirt front sponsor. According to global data, the combined annual value of those deals stands at an impressive $69 million, and with the gambling-related social issues as the backdrop, these 20 clubs have voted to voluntarily remove gambling sponsors from their matchday playing shirts. The ban's enforcement, set for 3 years in the future, technically does not affect Chelsea's 1-year agreement with Stake. Instead, the true catalyst that led to the deal's dissolution was the decisive voice of Chelsea's fan base. In a survey conducted by the Chelsea Supporters Trust, or CST, Chelsea supporters have expressed their overwhelming opposition to the proposed shirt sponsorship. Of the 3,297 fans polled, a staggering 77% registered their dissent, either disagreeing or strongly disagreeing with the decision to align with Stake. In an open letter to the club's new owner, Todd Bailey, the CST warned that an online casino and betting company as a primary shirt sponsor would make a total mockery of much of the previous work pioneered by the Chelsea Foundation. It would be short-sighted and would force many of our members to see any future CFC Foundation projects as tokenistic. The previous work here refers to the gambling harm awareness workshops delivered to local schools by the Chelsea Foundation. These workshops are an integral component of a broader initiative designed to enhance physical, mental, and emotional well-being, while also fostering leadership opportunities for students.
We've linked up with Epic today, which has been great. We've had their facilitators come in and discuss, raise awareness around gambling, sharing their stories, as well as educating our young people on how to prevent getting into those habits and about looking after themselves and their well-being.
Confronted by the resounding pressure exerted by its devoted fan base, Chelsea listened and chose to withdraw from the Stake partnership. This means a continued quest for a front-of-shirt sponsor. Fast forward to the second game of the 2023 to 2024 season, and the site remains unchanged. Chelsea's players still don plain kits as they face off against West Ham. The latest twist of the ongoing saga is that Chelsea and a US technology company named Infinite Athlete are reportedly close to a £40 million a year sponsorship deal. However, it seems this deal could again be blocked by the Premier League, which is completing a due diligence investigation. Emerging reports reveal that the company's very existence was born a mere week before its purported sponsorship of Chelsea. At the same time, another revelation casts more skepticism. The company's annual turnover, a modest £12 million, stands in stark contrast to the staggering financial commitment of a £40 million a year deal. The incongruity raises the legitimate question: how could a company with such a financial footprint genuinely support this monumental partnership? Will Chelsea ever find a shirt sponsor this season? A once unthinkable scenario edges closer to reality each passing day. Let's see how this story will continue to unfold. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.